Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to another YouTube video where today I have got some fun announcements for you. I'm all out of EMC. I'm down to 32 billion. How did that happen? Well, I'm down to 33 billion. Well, as it happens, I actually managed to make quite a bit of balanced clay, and out of curiosity, I decided to, while I thought the camera was recording, click quick submit, or quick complete. You see, click that, and it does add up, you know, to your total, so we now have 16%, and it did consume all of my EMC, which would be a problem if we didn't, you know, get 2 billion a minute with our current Emerald setup, so I'm not too worried about it, but I managed to get, I mean, we're 16% of the way there, that's pretty good. I managed to do that by doing a little bit of work here in the end. I thought I was going away this last weekend. I figured I would go ahead and power down the reactors before I left on Friday, refuel them, and get them going again. And they were already producing quite a bit of power at that point, but I didn't want to take the risk of leaving and having them use up all their fuel and then blow up, you know, as I was on my way home on Sunday. So I went ahead and I took them down. And I thought to myself, well, might as well use this opportunity to make several more of them, and then have them all kind of going at the same time. Now, if I could go back and make one change, I would have built all of these on a grid. It's too late now. The reason I say that is, as you slowly spin them all back up, I think they're all at 1,200,000 right now, you kind of have to go from one to the other. And by the time you get to the middle, it's a bit confusing on which ones you've adjusted and which ones you haven't. But it's working. I mean, we've already, since I made, I think, a stack of balanced clay, or pretty close to, in order to get the amount of EMC that we got. Since then, it's already charged back up to 34, is that billion? 34 billion, million? No, that's 34 trillion. Hold on, hundreds place, thousands, millions, billions, trillion, 34 trillion. Wow, okay, man, this thing is charging up fast. It is 26 million RF per tick. And once these get a little bit further along, it's just going to get crazy. So like I say, right now, they're producing 1,200,000, and core temperature is pretty low. I could probably push it up a little bit further than that. I'm going to let it cool down to 6,000 even, though, because there's a ton of them. There's an absolute ton of them in here. And I don't want to have to go around, and as you can see, fuel consumption has already gone back up. This is one of the newer ones, too, so we're at nearly 30%. I don't want to have to go around and adjust each one of these up 100,000, only to come back to the first one and realize that it was overheating, and I didn't notice, and I've got like seconds to stop it before it blows up. Not that that's happened or anything. Everything's going well here. Pretty soon we're going to have enough EMC to progress. How are we doing? Look at that. We've already got 10 billion again. Pretty soon we're going to have enough power to just create a mess ton of balanced clay. I mean, we're already 16% of the way there. And then what? What do we do once we've got everything? And I mean, we do have everything. We've got nearly 12 billion EMC I can generate. I mean, we got the Tome of Knowledge, so I could make pretty much anything I wanted. I think some people were asking that I make the Infinity Armor. I could do that. I mean, I don't have the EMC for it at the moment, but it will regenerate and we will have it again. I mean, I could go make some balanced clay if you wanted me to, and we'd have enough EMC for it. You don't believe me? I'll make another one. I'll make one right now. I've been keeping these things stocked at all times with grains of infinity and infinity ingots, so we'll just make another one. We'll have all the EMC. But what do you do after that? What do you do when you're a man who has everything? Where do you go from there? Well, I know what I would do. I would put an ad out in the paper talking about how I'm giving all of this away to a lucky winner who gets a golden ticket. But there's no one else in this world. It's just me, and it's quite lonely. I've been trying to figure out how to end this series. Where are we going to go after we complete Big Spender? I mean, that's going to nearly 100% this. There's still the issue of the Colossal Stars. It might have been a good idea to try to get to that one before I went ahead and dumped all the EMC as part of the quest. But again, that's the details. We'll get to that. We'll get that. And then what do we do with ourselves? I know it's crazy, but once we get some more EMC, these will be easy to acquire, and this will be our first 100% extreme crafting. I would have never guessed that would be our first 100%. Early game, I would have said it'd be chickens, but we're still missing one pivotal part of chickens, and that's the grow a chicken. What chicken essence using mystical agriculture? Crossbreed some chicken. Can we just go ahead and do that? To get chicken essence, you need chicken seeds and Phytogrow, fluxed Phytogrow, or rich, I think it's Phyto, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Phytogrow. Well, I mean, how do you get a chicken seed? Chicken chunks, essence. I wouldn't be surprised if we weren't close to having all of these things already. Mob chunk. How do you get that? You cook up a zombie chunk to get a mob chunk, but how do you get a zombie chunk? There's no directions for that. There's no directions for this either. I've got the rotten flesh for it, but that's gonna be... Isn't that the thing standing in our way? You gotta get chicken chunks. That's gonna require that you have a tier 2 mob chunk. That requires that you have a tier 1 mob chunk. But there's no clear directions on how to get the tier 1 mob. I mean, okay, yeah, if we had the zombie chunk, sure. But then you smelt that? Where do you get one of these from? A drop chance? Do I need to go fight zombies? You don't reckon that we might already have some in here. Could be one of those situations where you have to kill them yourself, or it doesn't count, because I'm not seeing any. Alright, so I just need to find a dark place in the mining dimension where there may be zombies, and then kill the zombies. There's a 30% drop chance. I'll have an infinite number of them using EMC. Did I? Oh, you know what? I was thinking I lit this area up too well, but now I realize that actually we just have night vision. That's what's going on here. Hold on! That has... No, it doesn't have an EMC value. I was gonna say, if it had an EMC value, we could summon it out of here. Just type in zombie. I was getting really excited. The only thing we got is a chunk analyzer from random things. Scan? Oh. That's the coolest thing ever! Chunk analyzer, friends. Take a look at it. It's pretty good. What's the recipe for it? That's easy! That's early game! That would be phenomenal if you've got random things installed. You should build one of those before you go on your first mining expedition. That is an incredible device. Hey there, buddies. How you doing? Can I just have a little chunk off of you, please? No? Okay. Hey, check this out, everyone. The Solium dagger used to obtain mob chunks. Yeah. It's not like it mentions that anywhere. How am I supposed to know that? These things, okay, they are from the same mob. I'm sure there's a book that I could have read at some point that would have explained it to me. But I barely have time to read books in the real world, even though it's something I do enjoy. But I'm not going to read a book in a video game. I'd rather spend my time reading a book in the real world. These things should be made clear in tooltips. I don't know if the angry zombies count towards this. I'm not sure if they're going to draw. I mean, maybe angry zombies are what we're supposed to be looking for. That seems unlikely, two entirely different. Ah ha ha! I don't know which one it came from, but I got it, and I can use it to create... What? What am I trying to make with it? Right, the tier 1 mob seed. And then with the tier 1 mob chunk... I can make a tier 2, and then I can use the tier 2. Wait, what am I trying to do? Am I gonna need 4 of these? I'm gonna need 4 of these. You know what we need is some sort of matter energy cloner that you just put anything in there, and for a given amount of energy, assuming you can generate it, like I don't know if you have a ton of reactors in another dimension, then you can duplicate it. Doesn't matter what it is. And I know what you're thinking, Rees, that's basically what Project E is, right? You condense items into energy, or you condense energy into matter, and you go back and forth. Yeah, but some things don't have values. And I get it, because it would break the game. But if there's an insane cost of electricity, I think that's probably an acceptable thing, right? It's a good trade-off. I completely forgot about that. We should probably... let's go ahead and cook up another one. Let's just get another shard out of there. We've got enough power for it. We might as well. Here you go. Make me up another one. If you're thinking standing there and cooking up 64 of those was fun, you'd be wrong. That was one of the most boring things I've ever done in my life. Okay, the 4 of those need to be cooked up into tier 1 mob chunks. And we'll do that over here in the ultimate furnace. Because why not? What else are we going to do in the ultimate furnace? Might as well cook up these ores while we're here. Beneficial to us? No. What else am I going to do? Cook up something. What else can be cooked up in here? I've accidentally cooked them all up. Oh well, these things happen. I think I just inadvertently... Well, no, I mean, it wasn't a bad thing, but I did just put that clay chunk in there. So, you know what? We could go ahead and get all the infinity stuff. Infinity. I don't see the gauntlet. I was hoping we would be able to get a gauntlet, but it doesn't appear like that even exists. There's the armor. What else goes into that quest line out of curiosity? What are we looking at? We've got to get all of the tools, of course. The sword, the ruin eater Cosmos, and Breaker. Ruin, Eater, Cosmos, and Breaker. Nope, that's not how you spell that. Breaker. Got it. That looks cool. Very nifty. We've got it all now. And I guess that means that's our first 96%. What's missing? Do we need to claim? No, I've got World Breaker. I've got World Breaker right there. We need to pick it up. Game. Don't toy with me. Is there 2 World Breakers? Game. Game, give me this, game. What are you doing? I got it. I have it right in my hand. While holding it to turn it into hammer mode. Change it back to normal. In this mode, it will take time to mine blocks, and after breaking one, it will also instantly mine a 16 by 16 by 9 cube. Now, hold on. No, I've got it. It's right here. Game? Game. I'll do it manually then, if that's what has to happen. Stack of infinity ingots. We need a crystal matrix of some sort. The matrix. Right out of the 90s, that is. And then a bunch of, what, neutronium ingots? How you like this, game? Go make it myself. There we go. Oh. Okay, well that was pretty epic. I don't know why that specifically needed to be done manually, but there you go. We've managed to 100% something. Amazing. Extreme crafting. We did it. We actually gone and we did it. Next up, we need to make ourselves some tier 2 mob chunks. And we're going to have to do it manually. Put them up there manually. Then we need to transform those into chicken chunks using things that we have an abundance of. Come on, put them in there. Let's get our chicken chunks, and then we can use those to create the chicken seeds. Wow. How about that? How about that moment? We've got chickens 100%ed. That's crazy. We finally done it. I wonder if we can wrap up storage too. I think everything in the storage area probably has an EMC value. What are these? Fluid storage cells? I hope so. Let's see if we type in storage cell. Ooh, there's a lot of them. There are a lot of them. What about fluid storage cell? Right. Is it these bad boys? Alright. Storage crates. I'm pretty sure crates have an EMC value. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get those. This is the way to complete games, let me tell you. Absolute zero effort. Just summon things out of your magical tablet. What is this? Crafting units? Crafting storage? Lots of things with the word crafting in the title. Let's see what we got here. Crafting. So we got storage, co-processing, storage, crafting. What else? Molecular assembler. And then is it going to go through and retroactively give me all of those? Does that mean we've 100%ed storage, everyone? We've now 100%ed 3 of the... Yes! Yes! You can say that this is cheap. You could definitely say that. And you could say that we are not doing the game the way that the game was intended to be done. And you wouldn't be wrong. But let me ask you this. Does it hurt? Does it really hurt? Does it hurt me? Does it hurt you? Does it hurt any of us? I mean, when at the end of the game, I almost said, when at the end of the day, the objective of the game is to just 100% everything. Does it really matter how we get there? So long as we're not going into creative mode and summoning things. I mean, I feel like this is all legitimate. We earned the CMC. You could say that we stood on the backs of giants to complete something as quickly as possible without really understanding the core elements of it, or whatever Ian Malcolm said in Jurassic Park. Yeah, I don't really know what this is, or what any of these things do, or why we would build them. Yeah, I didn't really go through the necessary steps to get to the large storage crate, and I really don't even know what the steps are. Yeah, this does feel like a cheap victory, but whatever. I mean, we could complete Draconic Evolution too while we're here. Just gotta go through and get all of the injectors, not you. There we are. Not you either. Oh, man. Now, if you're wondering why we didn't get these unlocked before, it's because we did a lot of Draconic Evolution things without building the Knowledge Tablet. So, unlike with some of these other tiers, I have gone through the process of building all of these, and I've got Chaotic Fusion Injectors in the other room. Go ahead and grab a Diamond Paxol from out of there, and break one of these just to complete that quest. I wonder, yeah, it was just the one that we needed to complete the quest. And we've made the Wyvern stuff before. We've worn it all before. We're currently wearing some of it now. It's just we didn't have it in our inventory at the time. Or we didn't do the knowledge, I should say, at the time. See, I'm wearing the Draconic Helm right now. It's all on my body. If I just take it off and put it back on, yeah, there we go, task complete. We can get a vanilla mob spawner, so I can grab that. And then I can get the mob, what was it called? Mob grinder. What do I need to do with you? I need to right-click it with any core. Okay, so I guess it's just going to be a chicken one. We'll grab an awakened core. Pop. There we go. Got ourselves a stabilized spawner, and we've 100%ed Draconic Evolution. What am I going to do with this? So this leaves Fluid Cows, Mystical Agriculture, which unfortunately we can't just EMC our way through. I would love to. Project E, which we can only EMC our way through, and I'm working on it. And Thaumcraft. And I guess actual StoneBlock is at 88%, but I don't know if you can 100% this one, because it has the Netherrack quest, which can be repeated. Why did I never do the Freezing Doll? Why have I not done you? I'll get to you. I guess when we finish everything else, we'll come back here and try to do these. For now, though, well, I'll tell you what. For now, I think that we're done for this video. I really just sort of wanted to have a discussion about what you folks thought we need to do next, and what do you think our next sort of area to approach should be, now that we're trying to 100% it. I think this might be the first mod pack I ever 100% complete, and you can, again, make the argument that, Rees, you didn't build a lot of these things. I don't have to, though. There's no reason to. The goal is to just 100% every tab, and do so without going into creative mode and just spawning items. Yes, I can use EMC, and it might seem cheap. It's not cheating, really. It's a game mechanic. It's a legit game mechanic. It does feel cheap, but whatever. 100% is 100%. And we've still got a ton of energy. I could probably go raise all these up a bit now. Yeah, they're starting to cool down, so I could raise them all back up again. Get a little bit more power out of them. I might go ahead and just do that. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!